I heard about the job opening because a guy who had been my roommate at Syracuse and then transferred to another school, turns out he gets a job as the community relations director of the Spirits of St. Louis because he was distantly related to some other guy in the front office. And he calls me and says, they're going to need an announcer. And the only tape of a basketball game I had was one I had done on the campus station at Syracuse, between Syracuse and Rutgers, when I was like 19. I was a sophomore. Then I take it to a buddy of mine down at the station who was more technically adept than me, which is to say almost anybody, and he re-recorded it with the treble down and the bass up to make me sound older and more authoritative. Sent it off, and then I needed additional help. This is back in the days of reel-to-reel tapes that you played on a woolen sack. And so they had a box of tapes. The games were on KMOX in St. Louis, station of the Cardinals, of Jack Buck, and of Harry Carey back in the day, and Joe Garagiola. I mean, it was a mecca of radio sports broadcasting, probably one of the premier stations in the whole country, historically and certainly at that time. And so they had a couple hundred applicants. And the applicants were sitting in a box. All these tapes were sitting in a box. And my buddy, Roger Holstein from Syracuse, took my tape out of the box, put it onto the woolen sack, threaded it through, put it on the table of the desk of the president of the team. And when he came back from lunch, before he could even sit down, he said, "Listen to this." And he pushed the button. And the sequence was pretty good. And right then, they, I guess, unfortunately, might not have been fair, but the other guys in the box did not get a fair hearing.